What's going on, plugins? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about who should Duke target in the transfer portal and the players that they lost. Before we get into this video, make sure you drop a like, and if you're new here, sub to the channel and become a part of the family. Now let's get into the video. Duke had a great 2023-2024 season, making a deep run in the NCAA tournament. They made it all the way to Elite 8 before losing to NC State. Now it's the off season and they have to make some moves for the roster. They currently have the #1 ranked recruiting class coming in next season. I'll be dropping a breakdown video about the class this summer, so Duke fans be on the lookout for that. But anyways, they need to make some moves in the transfer portal. They already lost a few players, such as Mark Mitchell, who was a 2-year starter. He averaged 11.6 points, 6 rebounds, and he shot 54% from the field and 27.5% from 3. This shocked a lot of Duke fans when he decided to enter the transfer portal. Even though it's a lot of good freshmen coming in, he was probably going to start next season. He's a great defender and rebounder, so it would have been nice if Duke could have kept him. Christian Reeves, who's a 7-1 center, is also leaving. He only played 3 games and he redshirted for the season. This won't be a big loss for Duke. A fresh start might be good for him. Junior combo guard Jalen Blakes averaged 1.1 points per game. He's also leaving. He loved his time at Duke and he said a lot of positive things about the program and the fans. They're going to be losing 2 key players to the 2024 NBA draft. The biggest loss will be Flip. He was the team's leading scorer. He was averaging 16.4 points, 8.3 rebounds, 2.8 assists, shooting 50.5% from the field and 34.8% from 3. Most people are not shocked that he's leaving for the draft. He's projected to be a first-round pick. He could have been a first-round pick in last year's draft, but he wanted to come back and run him back for one more season. Lucky for Duke, they have a 7-1 center from South Sudan coming in that could give him the same production that Flip gave him. Jared McCain was one of the best freshmen in college basketball and one of the best three-point shooters, shooting 41.4% from 3. He had a strong second half of the season, and once the NCAA tournament started, he was going off. He had 2 30-point games, and he broke the record for Duke for the most threes in an NCAA tournament game, and that really boosted his draft stock. He's projected to be a lottery pick, so leaving is the best decision. It's going to be hard replacing a three-point shooter like Jared McCain. Now let's talk about the players that Duke can target in the transfer portal to fill some holes. A player that should be top priority for Duke is Robbie from Indiana State. He's one of the best bigs available right now. He averaged 17.4 points, 6.6 rebounds, 4.1 assists, shooting 56% from the field and 39.4% from 3. He has good fundamentals. He's an elite inside and out scoring threat, standing at 6'10", 240 pounds. He's not the most athletic player, but he's very crafty on the court and he can get to his spots and knock down shots. He can space the floor well. He has some good court vision and he's an elite passer as a center. He knows how to read defenses and make the right passes. To me, he's one of the most talented players in the transfer portal. The schools that could get him are Illinois, UConn, Duke, Indiana, and St. Louis. As of right now, as I'm recording this video, there's no college that's the clear favorite, and he has a no contact tag for his recruitment. I believe the best place for him to land will be Duke. He'll get a lot of NIL money, probably way more than any other college can give him. He could end up getting a big role since they need someone to fill the role that Flip gave him. Duke is a serious championship contender, and with those talented freshmen coming in, Robbie could be the one leading the way, and he could end up being the leading scorer for this team. Him playing for a big program like Duke will give him more media exposure and boost his draft stock. If he plays well, he can end up being a lottery pick. It's going to be tough for Duke to get him, but it could happen. It's rumored that he's most likely going to end up at Illinois or St. Louis. He's from Illinois, and now that he's in the transfer portal, he could go back home, and St. Louis is the most obvious landing spot since his head coach left Indiana State to go to St. Louis. So right now, they're the biggest threat to land him, but I hope somehow he ends up at Duke. They need to somehow get him to visit. The next player is Rylee Gil Jr., a 6'4" guard from Ohio State. He averaged 13.5 points, 4.6 rebounds, 3.1 assists, shooting 44.9% from the field and 28.4% from 3. Duke has been in contact with him, and he put him on a list of schools he's considering. He's known to be an elite slasher and a lockdown on-ball defender. At Ohio State, he often guarded the opposing team's best player. Every team in college basketball will love to have a guard like him who can play defense. Top programs like Alabama, Gonzaga, and Tennessee are interested in him. He's already visited schools like Michigan and Creighton. Duke needs to make a hard push for him. This will give him a guard who's proven to be a great defender, and this will take some pressure off the freshman on defense. The last player that Duke has been in contact with is 6'7" guard K. Tyson. During his sophomore season, he averaged 16.2 points, 5.9 rebounds, 1.6 assists, shooting 49.3% from the field and 46.7% from 3. He's arguably the best three-point shooter that's available in the transfer portal. Tennessee and UNC are looking like the favorites, and Duke is on the outside looking in. Hopefully they can get a visit from him. He can replace the production that Jared McCain gave him. K will be a nice addition for Duke. He'll give him a veteran knockdown three-point shooter that they desperately need. John Shaw should be able to get one of the players I listed in this video. The biggest player they could get is Robbie, the big man from Indiana State. If they can somehow pull that off, this would be a great offseason for them. They have 6 incoming freshmen coming in, and these players are very talented. So it would be nice to add some veteran players from the transfer portal to go along with the freshmen, but if they can't, it's not going to be the end of the world for this team. Which player do you think Duke will get from the transfer portal? Drop your opinions in the comments, drop a like on the video, and sub to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you know when I post. I'm about to drop a lot of videos, so be on the lookout for that. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next video. Till next time.